Good morning. You're watching Much Ado About Something today, and I'm Donna. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful winter day. It's really cold. It feels good inside. I don't want to go outside today. And it's laid back Friday. Fridays, I give myself an easy day and handle whatever I have to handle, but I try to have as easy a day as I can on Fridays because it's just a wonderful time to do that. It's gearing up for the weekend. My family will be here, and I'll be spending time taking care of them. And a laid back Friday is just a way to get a good little break before the weekend. Well, it is January 19th. Yes, it is. And I am still doing the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge where I'm eating from my pantry. I made a really big pot of soup yesterday, and I'll be eating that same soup today. So see, I don't really have a recipe every day because my meals usually carry into the next day. And of course, that's a cost-effective tip. It's a budget-friendly tip to prepare more meals in advance than you're going to eat. Now, I did have that soup yesterday. It was delicious. It's going to be even better today because all those flavors have melded together. I've got them in a crock pot today for myself and for whoever else wants to eat these today. I've got my sourdough starter snuggled up real close to the crock pot here so it'll stay warm and it'll help it to rise. And I don't know if you see that, but there are the bubbles that's supposed to be in here. I can go ahead and give that a little stir this morning. I want to be able to share bread with you soon, the making of the sourdough bread, but I've got to get this starter good and bubbly and ready to use before I can do that. And it is doing it. It is getting bubbly. It was too cold here in my kitchen for this starter. It had a little bit of trouble getting going because it was kind of chilly over here in the kitchen area. Check on this little one. I went ahead and got out 2 starters because I wasn't sure how they were going to do. And this one is looking good and bubbly too. They smell really good. They'll be ready to make bread before you know it. And when it's time to make bread, I'll share that with you guys. And I hope that you will try it. But I've got this starter snugged up real close here to my soup that I'm going to have for my following meals. Got that on today. It's looking good. I look forward to having it. And shocker, I'll be having coffee this morning instead of tea. Now, I love tea, but Donald's already gone to work, and now this coffee's still sitting here. It's still good and hot. It's been going, so I'm going to go ahead and make a cup of coffee. And I've shared with you guys how I like to add a little bit of Swiss Miss chocolate to my coffee in the morning. It's just the perfect amount of little chocolate boost that I need. Normally, I am a tea drinker, but it's okay to mix it up a little bit. I didn't want to pour that coffee out. I wanted to go ahead and drink it up and a little extra treat of the chocolate, the hot chocolate mixed in the coffee this morning, and just making myself a little mocha. Now, I won't be having a lot of breakfast because, you know, I intermittent fast. I'm going to drink this coffee, which will probably break my fast, but I'm not going to eat anything for breakfast this morning. Now, I'm just here by myself this morning, and I'm having a quiet time, and this is usually the time I try to do devotions and take the time to take care of myself. Now, this video is not a lot of cooking because I've already got my meals prepared. I've already got my dinner and lunch here prepared. Got the sourdough starting. Some kiddos might want eggs this morning when they get here, and if they do, I'll go ahead and make them. But I don't have a lot of cooking in the kitchen today, even though this is a pantry challenge. This is how it is sometimes when you don't have a huge family to feed. So I've got a few things I got to do this morning. I'm just going to bring you right along with me. I'm going to bring you in here and share with you what I've got going on. bring my coffee with me. I broke my tripod, so I've just got it super glued together, and I've got it holding together so that I can still use it until I get it replaced. This is a good time to ask you to subscribe, to like, and to share this video if you so feel inclined. If you found value and enjoyed it and liked it, then be sure to share it to somebody else you think will like it, and I'll appreciate that. It'll help my channel, and it's the way things work around here. Well, what I'm sharing with you this morning is I am in here in the bathroom, and I am going to wash my face. Thrill, excitement? No. But it has to be done, and it's a good way to take care of myself. And if you know that I've watched my channel, you know that I was talking about puffy eyes in the morning. So here I am. I've got these puffy eyes this morning. It's a perfect day to show them to you. And I've pretty much just developed these probably in the last 6 months. So I did a little research. And of course, I researched Dr. Eric Berg, and he has quite a few videos on puffy eyes. But I think it all boils down to diet. So that's another reason why I've got to pay attention to my diet, is these puffy eyes. But I'll have to take care of that from the inside. And of course, you know, I'm not a doctor. He's a doctor. I'm not a doctor. So, but when I researched this, I thought, well, how can I apply this to me? Because, you know, I need help here with these puffy eyes. You can see right here, especially this one. You know, it's just like under eye bags. I've never had that problem before. Well, it's called paraorbital edema, and it's eye bags. They usually prescribe medicines like antihistamines and steroids to get rid of it. But there are natural treatments that you can do. There's cucumber slices, and we've all saw that when you go to a spa in the, you know, you get the little cucumber slices and they put them on your eyes. Ice packs, use tea bags like chamomile after you make your chamomile tea. Set your tea bags aside, let them cool off, and put them on your eyes, and that brings comfort and reduces these eye bags. Well, the whole deal of it is you have to go to a low-carb diet, which I've already been trying to do that, and it can be directly related to several serious things, which I'm not going to go into because I'm not a doctor. But I did get that off of Dr. Eric Berg, and his video is how to get rid of puffy eyes for good. And I thought, well, you know, who can't use that video if that's what they're looking for? But this morning, I'm just going to take you along with what I'm doing for puffy eyes. I showed you in a haul that I got this this puffy eye cream. It's Skin Ceremony Hyaluronic with Collagen Depuffing Eye Cream Treatment. Well, I picked this up at I think it was TJ Maxx on one of my hauls. If you look back on my TJ Maxx hauls, you'll probably see when I picked this up, because I thought, you know, I want to do something about these puffy eyes. I've used the chamomile tea bags, and they do help, but I don't always drink chamomile tea every morning, so I don't always have those tea bags available. But when I do, I've been saving them, and sometimes I don't even use a tea bag. I use the infuser, so my tea is loose in there, and I just put it in the compost pile when I'm finished with it. So instead of doing that today, I thought I would just pick this stuff up. When I went there and I saw it, I was looking in the cosmetic section, and I thought, well, I'm going to try this, you know, depuffing eye cream treatment and see if it helps me. But when I got it here and I read the instructions, I thought, well, you know, does this work in 10 minutes or in 10 days? Does it take 2 months or 6 months? How long does it take this to work? And I hadn't even been using it because I was like, you know, I'm not even sure about this. But I know that I did a little research on it, and it says, you know, it depending on what you use, it can take up to 2 weeks or more to see any kind of results. Well, that's kind of defeats my purpose, because, you know, I wanted it to help today. But I have decided to start using it. I haven't used it yet. I thought I'd bring y'all along with me and see if you're interested, you know, in that. Anybody that has the same eye problem, I can't cook because I've already got all that I need cooked for today. But I do have some recipes coming up that I'm going to share with you. Today, it's just me trying to figure out this eye cream. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wash my face. I've already brushed my teeth this morning when I got up. That's one of the first things I do. I used to use coconut oil to wash my face in because I loved it. I love the antibacterial properties. I love the moisturizing feel of it. And it's just what I washed my face in for years. Well, you know, I recycle all of the fat that comes from my kitchen in one way or the other. I never put that down the drain. And Donald and I had to call a plumber. We had to call a plumber to unstop the drain. And I think what contributed to that was that coconut oil that was going down the drain. I've shared that with y'all before. You know, the coconut oil that I was using to wash my face was in a solid form, but when you heat up your washcloth and you put the coconut oil on it, it kind of gets liquidy. And then when you wash your face is warm. And so it all was working for me until I washed this stuff down the drain and didn't realize as it goes down the drain and it goes out, it cools down and it causes a clog. So I think that's what caused the clog, was me using the coconut oil to wash my face. And so I've changed. Now I've got a little label over this just to set in here in my bathroom. It says face wash, but this face wash is called Purpose, and I bought it at Walmart, and it was not really expensive. It was not an expensive face wash, but it's an excellent face wash. I have really enjoyed using it. And I'll show you the back of the package a little bit here. Maybe you can see that and it'll help you read a little bit on it. Let's see if I got it in focus. There we go. It's developed with dermatologists for effective yet gentle cleanses without drying or irritating. And it just, you know, you can read that for yourself. Try this if you are looking for a good gentle face wash that you don't want a lot of ingredients in and you don't want to pay an arm and a leg for just a simple good face wash. I've really been pleased with this. So this is what I've been using since I changed from the coconut oil. Now this is made in Canada. You get a lot, 12 fluid ounces, and I think this was about $6. So that was very affordable. And that's what I'll be using from now on to wash my face instead of the coconut oil. So I'm just going to take a minute here and wash my face. I'll bring y'all right along with me. These are my notes that I made when I was researching the puffy eyelids. Now, I did wash my face before I went to bed last night, and I applied moisturizer. But I'm going to wash my face again. Just using a little bit of this face wash. I have shared with you guys before how I'm not looking to stay young forever. I know that's an unrealistic expectation. I don't mind aging, but I would just like to age the best that I can for who I am. You know, we're all unique individuals. We all have our own issues and our own stresses and different things going on in our life, and we have to handle those the best way that we can. And we've got to take care of ourselves. There's nobody that's going to take care of us. So we've got to take care of ourselves, especially everyday average moms, grandmas, and women, people out here in the world. So I want to do the best thing that I can. Now, I've lived quite a while. I've done the best I can to take care of myself, but there's many decades I have went and neglected things because I had other people and other things to take care of. So at this age right now, when I get a quiet moment in a house like today, I try to take advantage of just what can I do for myself that'll make my day go better. So Laid Back Friday helps me. Of course, I wash my face every day. I wash it at night and I wash it in the morning. So now I'm going to try this puffy eye cream. I'm going to see what this stuff does. It's sealed up in here good. I like to use the little bit off of the little lid before I go into the full thing. And I'm just going to just put it right here under the puffy parts and see if it helps. Now I'm touching real gentle around this skin that's around my eye, and I'm not getting this stuff in my eye because it says it's got hyaluronic. I'm pretty sure that's an acid, and I don't want it in my eye. So I'm being real careful with it. So I've got that on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just put on a moisturizer. Now this might be surprising to many, but this is a great moisturizer. This is Aquaphor. It's a healing ointment for dry, cracked, or irritated skin, clinically proven to restore smooth, healthy skin. And I know that it's dermatologist recommended. There's going to be a lot of kickback because people say, oh, it's a petroleum product. It is a petroleum product, but it's extra cleaned. It's extra processed so that impurities are out of this. There's not any impurities in this. And when many skin creams that you get through the pharmacy, when you go get a skin cream, they use petroleum jelly, which is basically what this is. It's a highly processed, clean petroleum jelly. So that's what you're going to get. Now, I love using natural products. I'm a uncertified herbalist. My grandma was an herbalist. My great-grandma was an herbalist. Hey, I am all for natural things. Petroleum is a natural product. You wouldn't immediately say, oh, I want to rub that all over my face because there's things in it that cause problems. But when it's ultra purified, this is the good part of it that you can use. Dr. Dre, she explains it much better than me. She's a board certified dermatologist. She's also on YouTube. You can research her, Dr. Dre, Dray. She's excellent. I watch her show. I love it. She's got cost-effective, great things that help the common, everyday, average person. She'll go to the grocery store. She'll go to the drugstore. She'll go to the Dollar Tree. She will find places and show you the best products you can get for the money that you can afford. But the thing about Aquaphor, I change up my moisturizers. Actually, I do use jojoba oil sometimes. But I've been using this lately, especially in conjunction with other things, because there's nothing in this but the ointment. There's nothing in here but what's left of this petroleum jelly. It's trusted by dermatologists and pediatricians. Aquaphor Healing Ointment provides the effective care that your very dry, chapped, or irritated skin needs, specially formulated to be free of fragrances, dyes, and preservatives to provide safe and gentle care for sensitive skin. So it's just, my face is as sensitive as I get right here, right now, that I'm taking care of. So I want to be careful with that. But that's what I'm going to use for moisturizer this morning. It's what I choose after all my research. You do your own research and choose whatever you think is best for you, for your skin. This has been approved for all skin types, and it works for me. You got that dry, chapped feeling, after you use a cleanser, even that cleanser that's it's supposed to be non-dry, and you'll get a little bit of dry feeling when you use that. So I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my face with this. This product, I don't have any trouble doing that. I am going to come up and make my own herbal salve remedy for moisturizing. I want to make something maybe that has calendula oil or calendula flowers in it, because that's an excellent herb for skin. But I haven't done that yet. I've just been using this Aquaphor. I love shea butter whenever I make my own. Shea butter is a great base. But this is a very clean, very effective moisturizer. So that's what I'm using this morning. Well, I thought I'd bring y'all along with me because I know I showed that in the haul, and I told you if that worked, I would share it with you. Don't quite know if that works yet or not. We're going to see if it works, but I'm using that today. And when it's cold like this, you get exceptionally dry and chapped. So if you go out, you've got a barrier. That Aquaphor gives a good barrier. So when I go out and feed the animals and stuff today, I'm not going to worry about it because, my face is pretty covered. But I wanted to share that with you today, just share with you what I'm doing around here this morning. I'm going to check back and see how long it takes to do something with these puffy eyes. But in the process, if you've watched my channels and when I fix my recipes, I'll let you know I'm trying to cut out sugar as much as possible, and I'm trying to cut out, lower my carbs. I'm not going to cut carbs out completely because I love carbs. It's one of the things that I really enjoy in food. If I cut out those carbs, then I'm just cutting out a major part of my diet that I really love. I love potatoes. I love rice. I am not a huge bread eater, but I do love the sourdough bread. And, in general, I'm just trying to cut back some of the pastas and some of the things that I tend to eat a lot of. But I'm lowering that carb diet. Maybe that'll help with the eyes. We'll see how that goes. I'm glad that you came along with me. Now, it is still really cold here, and I am decorated with a lot of snowmen. I've got the snowman out here on the outside of the house. I had him on the door, but he covered up my peephole there, so I had to put him over here on the side so that he wouldn't do that. And I've got this little sign that says "Let It Snow." And I've got that beautiful rock my sister gave me when I visited her, which I will always keep. I will always keep that rock because my sweet sister gave me that when I visited her, just like she gave me the little one. But you can see I've got a lot of snowmen out because it is a winter time. It's winter out here, and it's cold. I want to decorate for Valentine's Day. And being a content creator, I need to get that out early for you so that I can share my tips and show you what I'm doing in case you want to do it too, or it gives you some kind of inspiration or idea. I try to do that early, but I'm having trouble letting go of the snowman. I'm enjoying them. I just love them around the house, and I will probably have to remove some of the snowmen to put up some of the Valentine's decorations. I've got a little bit of a dilemma. I'm liking my winter decor too much that I don't want to change to Valentine's Day. But I do love Valentine's Day too. And I have picked up a few things. I'll share with you what my plans are. Now we're in my little foyer right here. And I've got this little heart wreath that I'll replace the snowman with when I do my decorating. I may even be able to put this on the front door without it blocking my peephole. You don't want to block your peephole or your cameras or all the things you got going on your front door. Those are the angel trumpets that I saved for my friends, and they're still down here in water with roots, and I haven't gave those out yet. But that's my wreath that's got the hearts on it. I'll be putting that on the door. I've got various heart pans here that I've saved, and a big old heart cookie cutter. We can make some big old heart cookies. And this is an antique or a vintage pan. It's an antique pan. There's two of them here to make a heart-shaped cake. And, of course, these are not as old. But I've collected some heart-shaped pans and things that I want to use in my Valentine's Day decorating. I've got this little heart-shaped pan where you make little heart-shaped cakes. And you put a sucker stick in it and make suckers from the cakes. You make like cake pops. Now, I usually love to put something heart-shaped up here. I change these pans for the seasons. I had a Christmas tree up here for Christmas. And I'll be using these little pans that's got hearts on them right here for Valentine's Day. But I change them out. I've got rabbits for Easter. And I think maybe some 4-leaf clovers for St. Patrick's Day. I've got different little pans that I put up here, which helps me when I'm cooking because this is my view a lot of the time is right here at this stove and this little corner, which I do so much in. Let me back up a little bit before you can just show you. I hand wash dishes, so there you go. I've got this little sink area. And so anything I can do to decorate this little area that I'm in a lot helps me out. And that's why I like to change those little pans like that. And I like to decorate with useful things anyway. But that's, now I usually change to a heart-shaped plate right here. I can't find my heart-shaped plate this year. When Donald and I went to Lowe's, we went to different stores. We went to Home Goods and to TJ Maxx. I couldn't find a shallow or a flat little dish that I can put my spoons and forks and use for a spoon rest. I found plenty that had lips on them, that were raised up. They would work fine too, but I didn't pick them up. I thought I'd just use what I had until I find what I really like. But I am looking for a little heart-shaped dish to go right here because I change these out for the seasons too, just like I do these little pans up here. I may have already shared with you these towels I got at Home Goods. And there is two towels with heart shapes, and then one red towel, which you could use for Christmas if you wanted to. But I didn't scrimp on these. These were $9.99. I love these little towels. I use them for a long time. So it doesn't matter to me that these were $9.99. They were well worth it, and I'll get my use out of them. They're not for purely decorative reasons. Now, I usually put a decorative towel right here on my stove, and I do not put one right here because I'm in the kitchen working all the time and I'm doing a lot. And you can see my dish towels are nothing special. I usually make my dish towels. These are made from towels that were worn out. This one had a hole in it, and so I just cut it up and made my dish towels because they get heavy use. And I made these little dish towels. But I don't usually, right here, this is the workhorse right here in front of my sink where I wash dishes. I've got a towel for hands, and I've got a towel for dishes. And they're always two different colors. The hand towel stays on the right. The dish towel stays here in the middle or on the left. And everybody knows that. So they dry their hands on this towel, and they dry the dishes with this towel. So that's just the system that I got going on here. Nothing fancy. You can tell those don't look pretty. I love beautiful dish towels. I think they're awesome. But as well with beauty, something has to function, and my dish towels have to function. I'm washing dishes all the time, fixing meals, and doing things around here where I need hand towels. So my cute little hand towels that I don't use a lot, you can tell this one's still, it's a Christmas hand towel from Hobby Lobby, but you can also use it for winter. But it's time to change this out. And when I do decorate for Valentine's Day, I'll be putting this pretty little heart towel right here. But I have two left that I can put one over here and actually use them. And of course, I'm a tea drinker. This morning, I'm a coffee drinker. But I have an array of Happy Valentine's Day. I think this came from Target. I've got an array of Valentine's Day cups that stay in the decor just like Christmas cups. This one says cuter than Cupid. I've got one that says I love my husband, and I keep it in the Valentine's Day stuff because it's got love, and it's got, that's just a good sentiment to bring out at Valentine's Day. So this little snowman, he's all decked out. My grandchildren just love it. My little granddaughter said, "Oh, Grammy, you got your kitchen snowman out. There's his little spatula. There's his little spoon. It's got a pot for a hat, cookies for buttons." And so I am enjoying the snowman. I could put a little heart out around him, or maybe a little heart-shaped pan back here behind, and that would be cute. I've got this beautiful shaped pie pan. It's a heart-shaped pie pan, and I've had it for years. And of course, I'll drag that out, make some kind of Valentine's Day treat in that heart-shaped pan, and everybody will enjoy that. And of course, I've showed you the 2 bags of conversation hearts that I've got. Maybe that'll be a good thing to put near this little snowman, is to fill a jar of these up back here behind him, and then he could be the conversation hearts keeper. Now, I keep a lot of types of things that I want to refresh my mind with, and these are 4 types of love. There's agape love. It's an unconditional love. It's the love that God has towards us, and it's hard for us to have this kind of love towards anybody else because as being humans, we don't have unconditional love. We have love that's conditioned on how you treat me. There's eros, romantic love. Of course, that's the one that's portrayed often. And there's philia, friend bond, friend love, and storge. It's an empathy bond that you have with most everybody that you love. So I love to bring out those types of things when Valentine's Day comes. It's a fun time to try to teach my little grandkids how to love. You know, just like you teach your children and the time you spend with them. You know, I try to teach by example. I try to show them love every day, do kindness, and be loving and be active and appreciative and joyful for them as much as I possibly can every day. So I put love into practice, which is a big deal. Now I've got a few other things that go here and there. I love to decorate with flowers, so I may get fresh flowers for that, but I've got like these little signs. This one here says it always protects, always trusts, always preserves, hopes and preserves, love never fails, and that's 1 Corinthians 13. So I'll hang this up, and I usually hang this right here in this area in my living room. Now when you come up the steps, as you come up the steps, this is one of the first little areas that your eye lands on. And so you can see for Christmas I had the nativity scene, and so I'll just take this down and I'll put that little love plaque up. So I'll take the Christmas decor down, and I'll just put that little love plaque up right here. See if I can balance it out a little bit better. Slide it around and get it even. It's a little crooked. Okay, I've got it up here, but I'm going to take it down because it looks like it's going to have a tendency to be unlevel. And so I've got some of these little picture and furniture protectors that goes on the back of things. And I found when you put them on the back of pictures, they have a little grip to them. They kind of hang to the wall a little bit better, and your picture stays straighter. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of these on the back, especially down here near the bottom. And see if that helps this picture from staying, see if it helps it to stay straight. That's one of my pet peeves here at the house. Whenever I decorate or whenever I do a vignette or anything around the house, it has to be balanced. I have to have balance. So you can see there's our little Sweet Baby Kisses wall that all of our little grandchildren are on as they were born. We loved up on them and kissed on them. And these are all of our pictures of our 6 little grandchildren as, you know, they were newborns in different ages. And down there, of course, is pictures of my little kids, my 3 kids that I raised. And that is right here near our desk area. That's where we do our bills and where we do all of our things. This little rack here, Donald helped me hang up, and it is for the grandkids' coats. We were doing it down there, but it was hard to get behind this door. We have, you know, a coat rack right here when you come in the door. This is the thing me and Donald uses the most, and I love it. It's beautiful, it's functional, and it's great. But the door opens right here, and you can see there's not very much room right here. So trying to get the little grandkids back there to get their coats was a struggle. So we moved theirs here at the top of the steps, and that's where they hang their little coats and stuff now. We got a little shoe cubby, but it's been kind of hard to get to that too. So now they put their little shoes down here under their coats, and their little book bags and things that they bring in when they come in. I've got my extension cord hanging right there right now because, as you know, I love to plug that extension cord up and vacuum the whole house. it really helps me out. But sometimes I put decor on that little fencing area. And here's the little love. And as you come up the steps, there's the little decorative love that you see as you go up the steps. So that's a really good area to decorate. And of course, here's my herb drying rack and all the books. Those books are to read and to use and to reference back. They are not decorative. Even though they're beautiful, they're not decorative. They're actually functioning books. I do have an adorable little shower curtain that I'm going to put up for Valentine's Day. And there's a few things that I do in there in the bathroom for Valentine's Day. And that's the kind of things I decorate with around here. And I bring out some red blankets and different things. I love the pillows, but the pillows get rough use around here. All of these pillows that I've got on the couch and stuff, they are used, well loved. Nothing's for purely decorative purposes when it comes to the sitting around here with 6 grandchildren, and I love it. I wouldn't want it any other way. We enjoy that. It's part of our life. It's what a home should be, and we welcome that. But sometimes function interferes with beauty, but the beauty is in the function when you're actively using your home. You know, this is not a show place. This is a place where a family actually lives. Every day we spend a lot of time here, and a house that is lived in and is used on a daily basis looks much different from a house that's put together and presented on a advertisement or a commercial. It's a very lived in house, and we love it this way. It's the way our home is. There's nothing perfect here, but it is enjoyable and it's livable, and we're thankful for it. And I decorate it just in a way that doesn't interfere with our daily life. That's, you know, you can still get in the house and still appreciate it, but it still lets you know what time of the year it is. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. It's time to show love, right? Well, this video is getting long. I wanted to share a few things with you. Of course, I've got other videos. If anything like this interests you, if you like this kind of thing, my channel is on lifestyle, which includes a lot of Appalachian living because I am an Appalachian. I'm from the mountains, and there's a lot of that still in me, and I share a lot of that with you as I can. It's Appalachian lifestyle, but I've just got lifestyle, budget-friendly, home and garden, and that's all the things you'll find on here. And I just share my life with you and share what's going on in the day, share the knowledge as I can with you. And I enjoy doing that. And I love to hear your comments, and I love to hear what you've got to say. With the other commenters, it really helps them, you know, just to always be kind, be respectful, don't be rude, and enjoy yourself, learning through the comments what some people do, their advice, and all the things that go along with this platform. Thank you for joining me today and let me share all this with you. I look forward to decorating with you. Not just this little sign, which I'm going to go ahead and leave it up. And I'll share it with you on my Valentine's decorating video. Just simple things. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, let me know in the comments. If you think somebody else will enjoy it, then don't hesitate to share. Maybe watch another video and comment. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Like always, until next time.